Good morning, everybody. I think we're live. Sometimes it's hard for me to see. I'm using a different format this morning, and sometimes I can't tell. I see Sue's on board. Good morning. Lucky Dog Bob. I'm a lucky dog, Bob. I like that. So, yeah, I think we're live. Let's see what Google. Hey Google, good morning. Hey Larry. Larry says I'm live. I'm not dead, I'm live.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I was talking to Google and I got sidetracked. I like that. Hey, good morning Google. Hey Google, good morning. I'll try that. Hey Google, good morning.
Hi, Lucky Dog.
She wasn't awake.
The time is 8 a.m. Right now in DeLand it's 65 with showers. Today, it'll be cloudy, with a forecasted high of 74 and a low of 62. By the way, remember to set out trash.
Oh, I gotta set out my
trash. Have a nice day.
You forgot last week, didn't you?
No, I didn't. It was something rainy or something. I didn't do it. So what are you up to today, Larry? Good to see you on this morning. It's kind of overcast here this morning, and yeah, there's a little sprinkling. Sue took the dogs out, and have a wet dog and a wet lucky dog. So yeah, I don't know. I thought they'd said earlier the forecast was supposed to have been nice, but it's gonna be warm, but just kind of rainy. So you sent Bev off to work for her last Monday. Cool. That's awesome. So get to enjoy the fruits of her efforts for all those years she put in. So that's great. I'm happy for you guys there. You're gonna love retirement for both of you on. So she has a 4-day work week. That's pretty cool. So yesterday we went out flying. We went Friday. So we did our live stream out there. I've been experimenting with that. I'm actually experimenting this morning. I'm using a different format so I can post my stream earlier. Not earlier. I can put an announcement on my stream earlier. I'm using this CBX format where I use 2 programs to live stream it, and so that's why I was a little confused. Wasn't sure how it was going to work out, but apparently it is working out. So that's pretty cool. I'm always experimenting. That's me. I'm a gadget guy, and I always playing with gadgets to see what else I can come with. That's part of the hobby of me doing this is playing around, see what I can come up with on it, and I've got quite a few new people. Larry, for one of them, that's I'd never known till I started messing with this, and so we like to talk about anything, whether it's camping or model airplanes or dogs or whatever you can imagine. We'll talk about anything on it. So, hey Google, tell me a joke.
How do you get rid of butterflies in your stomach? Stop eating caterpillars.
So Larry says he's a gadget guy too. I just have fun. I don't care what kind of gadget it is. This Google Home is a gadget that I say it's like I'm having more fun with this thing. I've got it now hooked up. I can turn lights off and on with it. I can ask it all kinds of things. One of the best things, it spells for me because I can't spell. I can't spell nothing, even a simple word I can't spell. So I've had a lot of fun with Google. Now I'm trying to think of all these things I can add to it. Actually, Google can, if you get several of them, you can put them in different rooms and say you want music on this one, you can put it in this room, or you can put it in both rooms, or I can just tell it from here to say I have one in the bedroom, I want to stream music in the bedroom, and it'll do that. So it's a lot of fun. It's today's project I don't know if it's going to rain or not. I have a speaker in the Roadtrek on the front, one side, the front driver's side speaker quit working, and I was going to take the door panel off and look at it. I was watching someone else's YouTube video, and he had a Roadtrek, and the speaker was not working on his. And what he found out, each of those speakers has its built-in amplifier, and if the amplifier goes bad, that speaker will quit working. And so that's what I'm going to check into. And what you can do is take one of the speakers in the back, which I don't use those much, and switch them and let the good one work up front. So that's what I was going to do. I'm not sure if I can get that to it today with the rain. Larry says, do you use something like X10 modules connected to the lights? I have never investigated how that works with Alexa. What I'm using is, this is a, it's Belkin makes it. It's a little thing that you can plug into the wall and then plug whatever you want into it. And then it'll turn off and on. I've had this gadget for a long time, and I found out that this Google would work with it. And so that's the little module I'm using. I'm sure there's a whole bunch more that uses it, but that's the first one. So I've been kind of looking around at different things. What I would like to get it to do is control the ceiling fan off and on and the speed both, and I haven't figured that one out yet. And so Larry says, I've never used the surround sound speakers in my Roadtrek. Yeah, this is Wi-Fi controlled. Actually, yeah, it uses your Wi-Fi, and it goes through your home network and then tells whatever you're hooked to what to do. The cool thing about this, it recognizes your voice. Now, if Sue says something, it knows it's Sue, and if it's me, I got mine that says Lucky Dawg.
Try it.
Yeah, go ahead, Sue. Sue, say something.
Good morning, Google.
You say, hey, Google. See, Sue don't forget to say.
I forget. I don't do that often. Hey, Google, what's the temperature this morning?
See, that won't tell you your name. You got to say, hey, Google.
Good morning, Google.
Well, you're not. She gets all messed up.
Dummy.
It's looking at her, but it doesn't know what she's saying. We'll try it again. I'll tell her how to say it.
Sorry, I can't help with that yet.
Dummy. First you say.
Yes.
Then,
hey, Google.
Good morning.
Good morning.
There. Do it again. Do it again.
Hey, Google. Good morning.
Hi, you found the new good morning routine.
No.
Let's try it together.
So
First, here's some information to start your day.
hey, Google, stop. See, we're getting all. I guess this is fun.
This is the Bob
Oh,
and Sue show.
I didn't realize.
Anyway, see, I was going to demonstrate that it didn't work. So you have a collection of old X10 modules. I'll have to look up those. I'm not familiar with the X10 module. And I'll have to look up. I had, at one point, this little these little things that switch off and on, but it used a little control box. I don't know if it would work with those. I had it set up on my aquarium so I could set different lightings at different times and stuff. Welcome to the Sue Comedy Show. To the B.O. and Sue.
Well,
the B.O.
and in front of the wall.
So welcome to the B.O. and the... Now, I did take a shower, so I don't know if it's the B.O.
Ob, not B.O., it's Ob.
Ob and Sue. Anyways, that's fun. So anyway, we was playing with Google. X10 uses a control. You know, you gave me something to play with today, Larry. I've got these modules, and they're out in the garage. I'm going to play with those. Maybe those will work with my Google Home. She says, yeah, I learned stuff for you guys. It's great having people on here, and they just little things like that. Gave me an idea. Set a light off in my head. So that's interesting. That's what I'm going to do. And I'll let you know tomorrow. I'll talk about this in tomorrow's chat. X10 modules. So I'll see what I got. The ones I think I had were an old Radio Shack. I believe that I used to get a lot of stuff from Radio Shack, so they might be Radio Shack. But anyways, I'll do that. That's my investigation for today. Anyways, while I'm here, I'm going to quickly flip over here once and see what happened today in history. 1964, they had the Funny Girl musical. I'm not really into musicals, but if you are, that's what happened there. 1953, they came out with the polio vaccine. In 1997, the Heaven's Gate cult suicide. I believe that was that the one where they drank the Kool-Aid?
Where?
Heaven's Gate.
That
was California.
Waco, Texas.
Oh yeah, but they used a lethal mixture of phenobarbiturol, I can't say it right, and vodka. So that was weird. 1992, Mike Tyson got convicted of rape. I don't know if he got away with that. OJ did. We can start a whole wax with that, I guess. Let's see what else here. 1990, USA Vietnam's Veterans Memorial.
Vietnam when 92.
92. 1999, Jack Kevorkian, he was found guilty of second-degree murder for giving a lethal injection to a terminally ill man. So he was out there helping people die. I guess they said die with dignity was the deal of it. So, but
Assisted suicide.
Assisted suicide. That was a big issue. You don't hear much about that stuff nowadays. You know, nowadays one of the big deals is the suicide by cop. You know, these guys who got there and they want the cops to shoot them. You know, and that's craziness. It is. It's really craziness. So, Leonard Nimoy was born on this day, 26th of March. What year? 19. No, doesn't say what year. Oh, 1931. I couldn't read it right. Spock. Is that who he was? That was the Star Wars. So Larry says he bets there's a Google interface for the X10. I'm gonna deal into that today. So that was Star Trek. Yeah. So I was sitting down here. First car. What was your first car? Sue, what was your first car?
A Falcon.
A Falcon. And you don't remember what year it was?
No, it was old.
It was old.
I'm old. It was a 60-something.
So Larry's a Trekkie. He likes to watch Star Trek. Stu likes it. I never got into it. I don't know why.
I like it.
My first car was a 1963 Comet. I bought it when I was just, I don't even think I was 16 yet. I was getting ready to turn 16. And of course, when I was a kid, I worked on the farm. I saved a Fiat, 180 Fiat. Cool. Well, we were baling hay in the summertime, and I saved all my hay baling money up, and I had $100. And so I went up, Dad took me up to the car lot, and I found the 63 Comet for $100. And it couldn't have been that old, because that had to be back in like 69. So it couldn't be as old as cars last longer today. But it had a lot of rust and that on it. And so that was, after I got it, I started doing some body work on it, which I'm no good at. But I did patch holes and stuff, and I got spray cans. I could get 12 spray cans of paint, and they were back then about $1 a piece. So for $12, I could repaint my car. And so it seemed like every month I'd change color of that car. I'd paint it again. And the guy at the gas station, when I'd go to school, he called it, instead of a Comet, he called it a vomit with a pukey paint job. So that was kind of fun. But you know, I've had that car for maybe 2 years, and I said paid $95 for it, and I sold it for $375. So I made out on that car, did all right. And then, of course, I've had several different cars through it. But I think everybody remembers your first car. It's kind of like, I don't know, is that called rite of passage? But it's funny, kids nowadays, like Sue's granddaughter, she wasn't interested in getting her driver's license right away. And I've known other kids, that was a big deal when I was a kid, you know, who, I couldn't wait to get my driver's license. But a lot of kids aren't as interested. Now, some are, but a lot of them aren't. And it's like, I can't believe you're just not chomping at the bit. In fact, your granddaughter, we had kind of like, why don't you get your license? You need to get your license. Mm-hmm. You know, was pumping her to get her license, where it's like, man, I can't wait to go down to DMV and be able to get my license. I took driver's ed in school. Did Brittany ever take driver's ed?
Yeah.
Did she take that in school or private?
In school.
In school, so.
No, I think it was private.
Was it private?
Yeah.
So, anyways, I couldn't wait to get my driver's license, but kids are different nowadays, you know. But I think a lot of things are different nowadays. Technology, it's like, I love technology. Some people just don't grasp it, but I really do. With the internet and all the stuff on it, just like this YouTube channel, it's frustrating. I'll tell you what, if you want to have frustration, is start a YouTube channel. You try to grow, and it's like, why is this thing growing, you know? And it's like, it'll drive you nuts. And yeah, driver's ed was a credited course in school. That's what the way ours was, right? You did get credit for that, and I enjoyed it. That was one of my favorite things in school, was taking driver's ed and shop class. I loved shop class, and I liked art. The rest of it I didn't care for. I didn't even like it at all. I wasn't great in school. I just didn't like school. I just couldn't wait to get out. So, but anyway, that was a thing that was a big deal when we were younger in school today. Let's see if Google's got a good joke. Hey Google, tell me a joke.
What did the hat say to the scarf? You hang around, and I'll go ahead.
I'll go on ahead. See, she said I'll go on ahead. Let's see if Sue will try this one more time, see if it recognizes you. Say,
hey Google, good morning.
Say hey Google, and she didn't understand your voice.
Hey Google, good morning.
Hi, you found the new good morning routine.
See, it's not.
Let's try it together.
Stop.
First,
Google.
here's some information to start your day.
Hey Google, stop. That's weird. I don't know why it's not. You say it right. I'll go. Hey Google, good morning.
Good morning, Lucky Dog.
See, it knows me.
It is 8:15 a.m.
She forgot.
Currently in
I
DeLand,
guess she
it's
forgot.
65
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
cloudy. Today, there will be scattered showers with a forecasted high of 74 and a low of 62.
I know we went over that once.
By the way, remember to set out trash.
Man,
Have
I'll
a
tell
wonderful
you,
day.
she's a nag. Now she's told me twice set out the trash. I like that, you know. Hey, we like that one commercial. I don't know if you've ever seen it or not. There's a couple driving down the road, and the wife, she goes, "Honey, we need to talk." He goes, "Okay." He says, "I set out the trash." She goes, "That wasn't what you wanted to talk about." I always get a kick out of that commercial. She wanted to get, I guess, a different health insurance. I don't know. But I set out the trash, so Google's bugging me today. Set out the trash. Oh well, it's fun. Anyways, I have a good time with her, whether she's working right or not working right. She's a good time. I'd written down here. Another guy on one of the channels, he wrote something about, he went out and toured a place and seen an atomic bomb, and he got flagged on that for his I don't get monetized, so it don't matter.
Don't type it.
Well, I won't type it, but what I was talking about over here in Ocala, Florida, the Pine Castle bombing range is a place where they test bombs, and I think it's Navy. I'd have to look up.
I think it's Air Force.
It's Air Force? Okay. But you can hear them. It's a little ways over here from that, but it'll rattle the houses and stuff, you know. I've seen some YouTube videos where people are over there, and when they're doing it, you'll see these jets go over, and I mean, it's pretty awesome watching them.
Shakes the windows on the house.
Oh yeah, I can imagine being over there on it, but especially our patio door, how it kind of slides in the track. When they go off there, it'll shake that whole door, and you hear it rattling on it there. Years ago, they've done this for years. I wanted to know what that was, and now I know. It's kind of interesting. Oh, they're bombing again, you know. They usually post it when they're going to do testing like that. So that's and I don't know why I wrote that down, but I make a list here. I got this little list of things that I want to talk about there because my mind stops.
Well, we got plenty to talk about this morning,
yeah, we'll talk about other things. So, all right, I'm trying to keep these around 20 minutes, so we're coming up close to that. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And so I had things I was going to do today on a road trip, but it's rainy, so Larry helped give me another project. Go out there and check out those modules and see if they'll hook up here to the Google Home on it. So let's get one more joke before we leave. Hey Google, tell me a joke. I love her jokes.
How do you know when the moon is totally broke? It's down to its last quarter.
It's down to its last quarter. I'm just like the moon, a broke moon. I'm down to my last quarter. All right, guys, we'll make it a good Monday. We'll see you later, Larry. I'm glad you come aboard. I always love it when you come by. We'll see everybody again tomorrow. So we're out of here.